What's up YouTube? This is Nick with No Filter Reviews. Today I'm going to be talking about Dupli-Color Scratch Fix All in One. So, if you're broke like me all the time, you don't have brand new vehicles. So this last vehicle that I bought is a 2002 Trailblazer, and you know, I paid cash for it. I try to pay cash for all my vehicles, so I don't have any car payments, and I have 3 vehicles, so they're not necessarily what you'd call brand new. So this particular Dupli-Color item I got off Amazon. I did a little bit of research and I used my title to determine what color it actually was to get. So my title said, you know, indigo blue. So I just looked at, you know, scratch repair indigo blue. And now I'm going to take you out and kind of show you the process. So step 1, you're going to want to see the scratch. The scratch is pretty thick here. A lot of damage to the body here, little dents. What you want to do is you want to take a cloth and make sure this is really clean. First thing. Make sure it's clean, and then you want to reverse this. You know, just wet a little bit of the towel if you're going to wet the towel to clean it. And then you want a piece of the dry towel and you just want to wipe it off. You want to make sure it's dry, really dry. So since this is a all-in-one scratch repair, basically it has an abrasion tip, or like a kind of like a sandpaper tip, and that's your prep tool. So what you want to do is you want to take this out. You obviously open this up. You want to prep it. So you'll come down here, and any spots of rust or anything of that nature, I think you're actually supposed to take this off. Yep. So I took that off. So then you want to come back over here. And you just want to scrape this. See how there's stuff coming off of it? You just want to make sure no rust. And actually, as you can see, a lot of this wasn't even paint scraped off. A lot of this wasn't paint specifically scraped off from my vehicle. Some of this was paint scraped off from the vehicle that hit it, or the sign, or it's hard telling. See how it's just kind of coming off? So and then what you want to do is you want to take that rag you have and come back through and wipe it off again. As you can see, I got a couple more spots here. I need a little TLC. So go ahead and wipe those off. One more little spot here. Okay. So that's all wiped off. So the next step is you want to shake this. This is a 2-part pen. So this actually has a pin on it and it has a brush. So for a big spot like this, I'll most likely use the brush. They're nice and shaken up, you know what I'm saying? Shake and bake, shake and bake. The second part of this is actually the paint part. So up here, this is a sealer. So since it's a 4-part, and down here is the brush. So there's a brush and a pin on this. What I'm going to use is the brush for these big spots, and then I can use the pin and the sealer on the other spots. So this is the pin, and we'll come down here. We'll actually clean that up a little bit. As you can see, I got sloppy with this. I'm not an expert at painting by any means. And I don't really advise this. You should probably use something else, but I'm actually just going to use my finger, kind of rub it in a little bit. Be smart, wear gloves, don't be like me. So all you need is just a little dab, like I just did. You'll never be able to tell. So for here, this is tricky because I get in a rush. I'm not a patient person by any means. And what happens is, I'm a perfectionist that's not really good at anything. So I'll probably mess this up. But it's showing you the basic concept. And so here we go. So this is actually the brush. So do a little dab on here. Cover her up nicely.
So as you can see, this isn't an overly complicated process by any means. Doesn't take a whole lot of time either. It's the brush that I'm using to do this is similar to what a brush would be for nail polish or just like any touch of paint. Be very patient. Take your time in between coats. I kind of rush this so you can see, as the video goes on, it's not as perfect or as pristine as it could be. So you definitely want to keep all of that in mind while you're doing these little projects and these little paint touch-ups, because that really is the difference between okay and looking great. So keep all that in mind and you'll do just fine. Not overly complicated, like I said.
As you can see, I mean, it's not smooth, very smooth, but it's pretty good. I mean, it's much better than it was. What we're doing now is the last piece of this. So the last piece of this is actually the sealer. So on the bottom of this, this is actually, there's going to be a brush in here, and this acts kind of like a nail polish container, if you will. So here's a sealer. So we'll come back through and just brush over it. It'll give it a glossy finish. This is, I mean, after doing this is more for smaller jobs. This is a pretty small job, but for blending, this is for smaller jobs. This is going to be kind of, it's not going to look perfect by any means, but you won't be able to see the white anymore here, which was, which was the concern in the beginning before we started this project. So we're about finished. It takes about, so what you want to do, you want to wait half an hour before applying this. So you want to get all your paint situated, and then what you'll do is you'll come back, you'll time it about half an hour, and then you'll finish up with the sealant, and it should protect everything. You can obviously come back later and do more coats as necessary. They recommend 30 minutes in between coats of regular paint or the paint, and then when you're completely finished painting, wait 30 minutes and apply the sealant. So that's my overview of the Dupli-Color 4-in-1. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. I have about 20,000 views on my channel now, so thank you very much. I appreciate all of you guys, all my subscribers. I hope you guys have a great day.